was a very, very dominant showing. Obviously on the back, I mean, we had Farmer Scream back online on the Reyna, and really that's a big consideration to make here is how effectively forZe are going to be able to handle Scream, right? Because the way he was playing the other day versus Oxygen, I don't think there's many teams that would have been able to, right? He was kind of flipping the script and playing very unorthodox in terms of how Liquid usually play. As I say that, he's walking mid right now. He's going to find Zeddy, try and line up the second. He's going to do just that. That's the start you want, Mitch.
Yeah, you could say that's an ideal start. Gets even better when Yampy and Link are able to combine to take down Coffee, and what a shot to Hudgin. Artist is left alone. He started towards the B side, and he'll finish there. As he looks to, I mean, I wouldn't say he's looking to save. He's just waiting to see what happens at this point. There's 5 players to play up against, and you know full well they're going to be hunting you down. And it's Scream to take it. Wow, the little 3K.
If there are any indicators for how this is going to go, I think Scream's pistol round right there is probably one of the biggest to take away. And again, it's on the back of, yeah, I'm going to keep pushing top mid, guys. You walk up double doors. It's fine. I got this. I mean, look at the minimap here. Happy and Cryptics already get themselves into A site already, and Scream just left to do the dirty work, right? To clean up elsewhere.
I have to say, if the game continues like this, people are going to start to ban Breeze against this team pretty quickly. It's also an interesting choice from forZe that they'd rather play Breeze than an Ascent as well, but we've talked about that veto extensively already. On the back of Scream's couple of kills, he's investing right away, grabbing himself a brand new shiny Vandal. Oh, Zeddy, you are not having a good time, my man. Gets hit by the Tiger, decayed a little bit. Oh, but he's hitting shots and the others aren't. Oh, God.
That's 3 players, though, stuck outside here, and 1 more to isolate. But look at that, Coffee. Find 2 with the classic, nothing else, but going to in position now to try and sit behind the box. Link got to be the one to take all that pressure. Actually trading back and forth here. It's only down to Scream and Cryptics. Scream will respond. Luckily, still got that Vandal online. They go for a couple more taps and getting comfortable now, getting warmed up. A little bit of aim labs to close out the round, but things got a little dicey there. I'm not sure really if the pinch through from main wasn't timed correctly, or there wasn't some information relayed. Obviously, Yampy and Soulcast couldn't push through and challenge all 3 because of the damage that was already done. Right? They have to try and get that door open. They have to try and get out of there.
Yeah, I think this was very much just a push of necessity, realizing there's 3 players there. They hoped that the site would be a little bit more open for them, not knowing that it was a full stack towards that side, and Coffee made short work of them. Considering the round that was in it, damage-wise, forZe did a spectacular job, but Scream really saved the day there, because this could very easily be 1-1 on the board after that kind of performance from Coffee and Sugetsu.
Somewhere Liquid, first time going to explore B. The wall goes up. We're ready.
Cage triggered.
Forced to stand behind here. Artist actually playing a little deeper here, and Yampy trying to close the distance with a judge here. Look at that, Screen swings through. Empress online, going to be able to dismiss away here, and Liquid will get this plant comfortably, Mitch.
Yeah, a really weird round from forZe. They don't play on site. They play heavier towards A with Viper, with Cypher. Then they're playing 2 players off side on B, being the Cypher and the Sova. Not fully with that strategy. Team Liquid have overrun the side. They've got a Viper wall that's now down, so they'll look to make the push. But look, Yampy's holding close with a judge, and they have absolutely no clue. Now they do. The info pretty costly. What a good trade back. Sugetsu with the double, and it's now doable. They need to get that defuse in. Sugetsu keeps on giving. It's already halfway stuck. The cloudburst dissipates, but it doesn't matter. Coffee has every angle covered, and that will be the retake for forZe. One that was looking kind of unlikely, but they certainly made it work.
Sure, yeah, and I'm with you. There was no trap wire, there was no spy cam to even watch the entrance there to give them any information behind that Viper wall. And as well, with Artist playing so deep, I didn't spot a recon bolt. I could have missed it, but it seems like if the plan is to sit behind the wall, right, if that happens, then at least make a play of it. But forZe, I mean, they don't stumble whatsoever in that retake. They're able to turn things back in their favor here. A weird purchase coming out from Liquid. Dribs and drabs, a Vandal and a Phantom on the back of Scream of Cryptics, but see if they can get anything done here. As I say that, Soulcast going to open up with that Sheriff.
Strong start. Seekers are coming their way, but it really depends what forZe decide to do with that information. And you see that they're pushing down through middle. Seeing there's no one here, they want to take that control, but they... Oh, that's an awkward fight. In every which way, Artist caught with his knife out, but Link is the Spectre. Ugh. forZe are really late pushing mid, and they were spotted here before. Does they come up behind? I can't help but feel like Liquid are going to be acutely aware of that possibility. And as I say that, Yampy is going back to hold it. Marshall in hand. Good tag onto Zeddy. Good tag onto Hudgen.
Too many bodies behind that. Zeddy going to be able to get healed up. See here, Artist as well. Sat back down to about 50 HP here, but he's played his life effectively. Cryptics will find one. And actually, Artist a little bit of a slip up, but still finds that. Screen will fall. Down to just Soulcast and Cryptics now. And they're a little split, Mitch.
Last player standing.
That they are, with Soulcast being the final man. He needs the headshots, the third already found. In goes the shock dart, it's dealing damage. But is it enough? The Seeker coming in to find him and slow down that defuse, and he's done it. He's already won the round. What an incredible one coming out of Soulcast, and he's looking for this final kill as well. He wants to catch Artist moving towards the spawn, but time will save the day. 3-1 nonetheless. And
wow,
in the most unlikeliest of ways as well, because a lot of those players had rifles, and it was only Soulcast with the Sheriff.
I mean, Soulcast actually opens things up there, if I'm not mistaken, on double doors in mid, right? Yeah, I can see the death marker there, and he sat here for the rest. So he's actually sat there to catch off this rotation. That final onto Coffee, winning that 1v1 is massive from that distance there. Unfortunately, Artist got nothing left to do. The Seekers come out. He's got to respect it. The flash as well, just to force him off that angle so he can't even find the kill. Really, really well played by Soulcast.
I'm so impressed by what Soulcast has been able to do over the last couple of months. I mean, I say it again and again. It's been 8 months. The turnaround on that guy is absolutely unreal.
I'm absolutely
always a
with you
fun.
Liquid actually going to stack up here and behind. A little trade-off of the walls as they do actually cross just outside the bricks, and Zeddy gets in amongst it. But Yampy, look at that. The trade comes through and Soulcast follows up.
The heal's in as well. Yampy's going to feel free to get a little bit more aggressive now. Just a very scary thought considering the shot he just hit onto Zeddy. Viper's Pit activated this time. Liquid going to be locking down that side, and Hudgen's kind of wasted his cage. He throws that one out and goes, oh, the Viper Pit's there. Well, yeah, it wouldn't have had too much impact anyways. The only choice here is to go in. They don't have a recon. They don't have a drone, which is the main thing you're going to use to get into that Viper's Pit. So now your options are save, which seems to be the choice, or run into that Viper's Pit and hope that you can deal with both Viper and Yampy, who can right-click you, which... not too likely.
Yeah, that's the other thing as well, is obviously playing the Blade Storm inside, up close and personal. Those right clicks only needs to find a little bit of damage depending on the decay time, but I think just past underneath. Nearly. Spray's going to give it away, but Link not going to re-challenge now, and 3 will survive for forZe. I think, actually considering... to take a look at it here, but on that previous, I'm not even sure if they had a full purchase in hand. No, they don't. So Marshall had a Sheriff coming out on the side of Coffee and Zeddy. No ultimates either. So the Blade Storm obviously in that previous round invested, but they made a good tool to have on the table here, considering the purchase, but...
it is so strange seeing Zeddy playing a scope so consistently.
Yeah, it is.
The man loves it. I am happy to see the Marshall deployed, though. Always, when it comes to Breeze, especially. Oh, that was almost 2 players down right at the start. In fact, it still might be. Sugetsu does a good job to recover, and Artist comes in to help. That's, well, man advantage for forZe after a great opening by Yampy. Again, this B hold is so peculiar by forZe. Liquid are going to be gravitating towards this side of the map, so it looks like it's going to be tested. But despite the fact that there's no one on site, there are 3 players towards the spawn.
Link got to seal off Soulcast before they can go anywhere. Actually, look at this. This in Sugetsu actually stacked behind Pillar right now. Soulcast didn't catch that cross because he had to heal Link. He gave up the angle for just a moment. You spot the head there. Oh, maybe looking at the minimap or something there, because Artist finds a freebie.
Oh, that scared me. The snake bite coming out at an inopportune moment. Link is dealt with in another round for forZe at long last.
This is actually really interesting. I mean, we keep talking about how deep they're playing on B, and I think it might actually be a consideration that they're trying to negate, obviously, the possibility of Scream getting up close. Obviously, the difference between the Flash and the Lear, obviously, is the range, right? So playing deep enough there where they can almost sit back and completely negate Scream's impact on these close angles, right? And the fact that they're able to come through and challenge mid, they're not even allowing Scream to get into spots in order to kind of entry, right? If he's going to be the one to lead the charge and not Yampy, which is quite often the case, at least with this composition, that's definitely something that forZe have adjusted.
Yeah, and they're switching it up as well. I mean, look at the setup now. You've got a harassing tripwire, a camera watching outside B. This gives them so much freedom to play a little bit more stacked on the A side. And in fact, you notice that Viper up close. Zeddy in a position that he gets wall banged out of. Zero information, just a guess. And it works out for Link. Spotted here, Coffee's in a lot of trouble. And oh, wow, this is clean. Team Liquid have just completely rolled over forZe. And it doesn't look like they're even looking to let the save happen. Yampy is waiting here with the Bulldog. And although he'll be caught, he has another player quite close by, Link, wanting to get in and take these weapons out of their hands. That Cypher utility comes in huge on this save, though.
Indeed, but
not anymore.
Scream over the top. We'll find the first, and just a matter of time. There you go, Link will find it. Artist will fall, and we'll close out another 5-2 now. Leading here on Breeze. And I'll be honest, again, here, it's not really coming down to anything spectacular, right? It's just bread and butter Valorant, right? Liquid are finding a first blood and they're able to collapse on it time and time again. I mean, even on those previous rounds where we saw them kind of just brute force their way into A, right? Play the trades on the back of a Soulcast and Yampy, if I'm not mistaken, in that previous round. Which is maybe why we're seeing forZe lean a little deeper here on both holes.
It could well be. I think though, like that attempt to take a little bit of control towards double doors, you really can't say anything negative about it necessarily. It's just incredibly unfortunate that Link decided to spam it and take him down.
Yeah.
But when you extend it a bit further, the guys on backside, oh, they just got rolled on. But at the same time, they thought they were in positions where, like up on bridge, you think that your connector is clear, that over towards double doors is being held. That falls apart as players come out main. You're being challenged from so many different angles that there's not a lot you can really do. This is an interesting adaptation. This time it's not going to be Zeddy with the scope in hand. Instead, Sugetsu, although playing the Jet, there's not too much of a surprise.
So you carry 3 rifles into this in a frenzy. Interesting one, but the forces of force, actually Sugetsu on the glass cannon. Ultimates available across the board here. forZe. Actually, Scream retrieving that orb on A. He's got the Empress here, but look at the A hold again from forZe. This is so interesting, Mitch. They're giving up so many of these close contact points.
They've got huge info too. With the early push they made on middle with Sugetsu and Zeddy, they know now they only need to worry about main. That is a huge advantage, and Team Liquid would be running right into a heavy stack that's staring straight at them in a choke point. Luckily, Yampy opens up the space on that late Halls lurk that we saw. As Scream and Cryptics fall, Yampy has a lot of pressure on his back, and he's not able to deliver this time around. forZe completely wiping the floor with this A push. And Link is the final man alive, trying a little bit of a mid play. Had great success towards doors. This time he's been spotted, and Coffee takes him down quickly. 5-3. forZe are not letting go of this one.
No, I think you're right. If that's going to be something that we see develop, again, we saw it previously where they were able to obviously shut down Scream before that B side, well, the B split at least. To see if Liquid do anything to address that mid control, or at least that tendency from forZe to get very, very aggressive, albeit a very slow creep as 3. As I say that, Liquid actually going to stack up towards elbow here. Decent purchase, but looks like they might try and aggress towards B once again. I think more than one was spotted on the back of the spy cam there, so Aldrone will be there to definitely confirm the information.
I like what Hudgens doing. Changing up his trapwire spots every round. Now, what?
That was actually disgusting from Zeddy.
I'm at a loss. They found 3 kills in the space of as many seconds, and at least one of them was a random shot through a smoke. Anything that Team Liquid were looking to do here, any sort of utility on the side, like, oh, Hudgens tripwires on the right side instead of the left now. And we saw Link go there. Like, there were so many things that could work out beautifully for forZe, and instead it's just the return to monkey. Just go headshot everyone.
I think Soulcast is spotted. Get to drift back into double doors. So, again, if they can remove the operator and the secondary objective damage done at least. Yeah, okay.
Left.
Wasn't clean, but got it off. The Seeker's actually going to be invested here. Soulcast's going to try and recover this round here. Cryptix is actually in with the spike over towards B main. He's found another kill. Coffee will fall.
This is suddenly and scarily starting to look doable as Soulcast falls and leaves Cryptix alone and on 10 HP. And tag.
Well,
So he's gone. With no time to plant. I mean, there was a lot stacked against him.
yeah.
Operator's going to be saved at least.
Cover that one. It will be returned to its owner. I think actually it might have put Liquid in a position where, at least not a full purchase. I did see a couple of sheriffs flash up there. We'll see what it's going to look like.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. Again, just this, how quickly they're able to capitalize on this early information, especially, I mean, it's the 3rd time now we're seeing it on the back of mid and elbow, at least, from forZe. It's really, really impressive because they're not allowing Liquid to even set up outside both sides.
And the Blade Storm's online. There's some sort of hope for Team Liquid coming into this round. Another switch up in the B defense. Viper wall down. No Cypher utility here. It's on A instead. Very difficult to make aggressive, well, early round pushes, let's say, versus this kind of a defense because there's no element of predictability. Some rounds forZe are going for late round balls and early round mid plays.
Right now.
Sometimes it's this.
Wall's going to go up again, but now Artist, Hunter, Fury, happy to sit back. Spam comes through already, going to tag Yampy up at least. forZe just not giving anything away.
He's in their spawn.
What?
How did he get?
Link find a kill as well.
I don't know how Link managed it. That was a spam over towards the connector that I was pretty sure there was a smoke down on, but okie dokies. 3 versus 3. Scream recovered an operator. This is where things get very dangerous. This man now playing on the backside, looking for some players to claim heads on, and he can bail out immediately if he connects the shot, but he doesn't. Now Cryptix up close, Ghost in hand. He finds the first, and it's only one remaining. A clean finish to the round, and Team Liquid once again find their way easily onto that B site. But this time the retake doesn't go forZe's way.
And that's the risk, right? It's not anticipating somebody like Yampy. And you could insert Scream into that equation as well, but they sit so far back. They try and make use of the Hunter's Fury, and ultimately Yampy's just able to close the distance. I have no idea where or how Link found that opener, but again, that just helps the cause, right? That's the second layer to forZe's defense there. It was actually, that's a player in rotation. That's a player coming to help out on B.
Look at the start of this round. forZe have a Viper's pit to play with. A Viper's pushing down middle. They're again looking for this control. This has been the pivotal part of the A defense every single time. Not worrying about any flanks from mid and being able to fully focus on this A site. Sugetsu's in trouble. His dash is already used up. The walls are blocking his vision. Scream, good for the first. He's going to get back to the site nice and safely as Viper's pit is erected. And Team Liquid, now they even get another pick. I mean, this looks like forZe might almost contemplate a save. They're still going for it, and every player is just dropping. I don't know how you feel about Hudgens' chances here.
Not great. Now.
Yeah, they're looking significantly worse.
As Liquid
Last round.
gonna double down on this pressure. 7-4 now, and I think finding their groove, honestly. Yeah, I mean, initially in those early rounds where there were forZe are able to come and greet Liquid kind of ahead of where they would kind of set up for some of these executions, it felt a little uneasy, but Liquid feel as if we've got a good read now. And again, that lean away from contesting that close A main control. Here, we're going to see him switch up completely. The wall invested this side. We've got 3 members of forZe now. The Blade Storm. Hot by Sugetsu, and he's looking for something outside shop.
Oh, and he's finding it. My God. 3. Well, looking for something and finding a whole lot more. Link and Yampy remain alone, and you know, at the start of this round, I was almost going to say, I feel like it's deja vu of that previous half, the first half we saw on the last map, but, well, that certainly put a spanner in the works.
And look at this, the consideration here that, oh, okay, well, I spoke too soon. I was going to say, they're
so aware that Link could be pushing.
They're set up to greet Link in this lurk, and, I mean, he's traded out finally, leaving it to just Yampy now. We'll be able to retrieve the spike. Hold on to the operator. Still got his dash available. A couple of smokes as well. I think Link has relayed that information. The B site was clear and they're holding deep in spawn, but forZe happy to give up the plant here. Now, it's not out of the realms of possibility. Yampy's able to get something done here. How do you fancy his chances, Mitch?
I think he wins this. Yeah? 1v4.
All right, cool.
Easy enough. See if it holds true. Cloud bursts down. Operator looking for some victims, and wise choice by forZe. And it was a second they're thinking about Artist maybe jumping out on mid, but instead it's 4 guys grouped up. Flash out, doesn't blind, and the shot doesn't connect. Dash still online. He has the chance to get out of here. There's the first shot, dashing into the corner. Updraft as well, he's still alive. Yampy in with another. There's the Blade Storm to finish it though. Sugetsu comes in to save the day. 7-5.
He hits that first, Mitch. If he hits that first.
Yep.
I mean, with what we've seen, that's good for 2, right, that shot. With what we've seen recently with the operator.
Hey, he might get 3 out of it. You never know. Curve it and hit all 4. Why not? And it's uncharacteristic as well to miss that kind of shot, but I guess he's coming out so quickly. Flustered, just thinking his crosshairs on at least one of them. This, though, from Sugetsu.
This adjustment here.
Doesn't even let go of left click. He just keeps going. Spraying away.
Wow. Well, 7-5. Again, with how that round felt, I feel like this is actually the best starting foundation for forZe to get something done on their attack here. Like I said, I mean, as soon as Liquid kind of found their groove, found their rhythm, well, they were able to be in the driver's seat for most of those rounds. forZe are set up for a quick piece on B. This wall actually going to split the pillar in half. To get to actually going to put, yeah, again, Liquid going to respect this now. Just going to opt to play full retake.
And they're doing a forZe. Giving up all that space.
Oh, Coffee just missed that. Coffee just missed Yampy crossing.
Oh, the barrels are spotted. That's a free kill. And there's 2 players here. Zeddy learns that the hard way as the flash comes to hunt him down. Good control for Team Liquid. Good spray by Scream. He's still up and at him and taking down Sugetsu. He eventually falls, but with Zeddy on 4 HP being spammed through the wall, it's a big play by Hudgen needed. Still undetected towards the back of the site, but Yampy quickly deals with him and puts 8 on the board for Team Liquid. A good pistol. And I doubt we're going to see a 4 set of forZe. I mean, on Breeze, it's just so infrequent.
Yeah. Yeah, it's difficult to find value the same way you do on it. Because of how open and how deep some of the sight lines are going towards these sites, it's very difficult to find any sort of success here on a lesser buy. Oh, unless you're soulcasting, you got a sheriff, right? In which case, it's
oh yeah,
all but a formality. But yeah, just a couple of tiny points there. Again, just missing that cross on Yampy. And as soon as that push comes through an elbow, the fact that they still have bodies in place to capitalize, coming through tunnel and obviously coming back behind wall, it's great to watch Liquid. I mean, the ability to just sit and trust in the plan, right? Trust in the setup. It's always so visible with this team.
Yeah. Oh, it absolutely is. And I think in recent times as well, since Liquid started to adapt to a more we're going to play like we're better than you style instead of the more, I don't know, Moneyball method, it has been working spectacularly for them. There's a lot of noise being made outside of A. That information is definitely there for Scream to play with. The first kill is easy. Bails out of there, happy with the man advantage. Good tags though onto Link. That was through the wall as they catch the kill. And Scream is left to try and fend for himself in that closed corner. Solka's watching for the mid push. Oh, that's an awkward little spray. Two players spotted, both are low, but no one followed up on just yet. Doesn't last long.
Yeah. You get just too many things to shoot at there. You see here the pings on the minimap. Information is relayed. Actually, there's a lot of space found in mid, but it's Solkas actually to find the backstab. Now just Coffee and Artist left. Cryptic still posted. Ready to greet them. That's the information spotted early enough. We'll find both of them there. Shuts that one down. And Liquid 9-5 now. See a throwaway round for forZe, but it's a similar situation to the last map, right? This one here, the buy round goes in Liquid's favor, and you could say actually with these lesser weapons, on the flip side of the very point we just made, it's very easy for a team to sit back and you know, force the attacker's hands, right? And make use of weapons like the Spectre, especially with a Vice-Born defense, right?
Absolutely. On that B hold, you've got it locked down 100%. The chances of them pushing you, even if you've got a ghost through that wall, very, very low. The A hold is where I would question it. Now, I want to see what they do. And you take a look at the buy, they've got Scream is taking a Vandal. One away from his ultimate as well. So this could be a really big round for him, if they do come his way. But for now, it's a very, very slow approach from forZe. They know what they're up against, and they don't want to give any opportunities for free kills.
A little trade-off at least. Scream will show presence toward A main. Solkas will find a little bit of information which maybe gives away the fact that the A split is imminent. Just Scream, look at that, he gets ahead of the wall. Gonna find that one, but actually the ping. They come back to bite him in the ass, and actually Coffee finds two.
Yeah, that was huge. Opening it up through the double doors now into a 3 versus 4 shot. Ringing out by Yampy, but it's not connecting. These weaker weapons of the Spectres have very little chance of getting into this site. They now become the attackers. And playing for an exit might be the best call. Where's Link going? I mean, you want to die here. There's no way that they save these weapons.
I think maybe the plan here to look for these exits outside cave, and I think Link actually just got spotted by the spy cam. You're right, he's leaving this very late. Cryptics at least goes hunting. Artist will be there to greet him.
Just rolling the dice. Nice. Okay.
Okay, well, yeah, now that changes things. He can save full armor.
Yeah, I think Link was...
Go on.
He's angling to get the weapon, obviously, but secondarily, like, there could be that B lurker. Like, he was looking to push through B, decided to come back to middle, hope that maybe a guy comes from the B side, runs through elbow, something like that, gives him the opportunity to grab another kill for free, but it doesn't. And, you know, worst comes to worst, you just run down mid, jump into that spike at the end of the day, even if the Vandal was no longer there, and you're all good. And also, one more thing. When you're a Cypher, you also have to take into consideration at this early stage, if anybody on forZe other than Hudgen killed him, that is not a good trade. He gets 1 point towards an ulti, and forZe end up with a much better ulti.
MP not going for an operator this time around.
I didn't think I could like this man anymore. Oh, well, you need to know the angle. You can spray that at Yampy. Now he's in trouble. They're pushing him down. Oh, no! That has fallen apart, a disservice.
Oh, no.
To the best weapon in the game of the Odin, making it look like it's no more than a pea shooter.
Unfortunate. Love the setup again, just to catch forZe off guard. Sorry, it's not going to pay off. Again, Lincoln Cryptic's forced to save out here. Hold on to these weapons. Decent utility as well on Cryptic's. Obviously, hold on to the snake bites at least, just to lessen that purchase if they do decide to. force back into the next, or at least force something into the next. But it's going to be forZe bringing it within touching distance here. This is going to be the 7th. And, I mean, actually, if this leans the way I'm expecting it to, Yampy, no Blade Storm. Could be a lesser purchase here. So the opportunity to get even closer here.
Can't believe Link and Cryptics are baiting their team like that.
I'm glad you
Tomba's
said
level
it.
play.
I'm glad you said it.
No, I'm sure there's people in chat always saving. And this Odin was sad, man. Like, when he sprays this away, he obviously gets nothing for it because he's just spraying a wall and not penetrating it. And they are so happy to rush him down when they hear that Odin.
Yeah. Yeah.
The problem is, you know, he had 2 teammates there. So in theory, that almost works out better if they just run at him to take him down. But then they lost the rain duel, so that kind of fell apart.
Yeah, and it's weird. Again, it looked like there was a moment where I guess the communication wasn't clear because it's Yampy that has to deal with the Aldrone after the flash comes through from Soulcast. And you're absolutely right. I mean, in that scenario, if 3 people tried to come out and hard clear Yampy in that corner, actually it plays perfectly for Liquid, right?
Yep. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and him being caught running back also takes away a lot of the ability to just spray that Odin at the choke point as they're trying to hunt your teammates down. I think a lot lost. That looked like a last-second play that they pulled out of their back pocket. Like, hey, guys, what if we try this? And well, there wasn't a whole lot of rehearsal behind it, let's say. At least I hope there wasn't. If there was, that's very bad.
This goes here.
As the Odin connoisseur himself says, right?
That goes there.
That's kind of the game, man. I'm telling you.
That's the judge.
Odin then judge.
Yeah.
See, the judge because of the cost. But if you could have either weapon, I'll take an Odin.
Disgust me.
Oh, the trap wire got deleted as well there by the Tiger. Link shock darted, pushed from in front and behind. He was not going to get anything done there.
Spike
I
planted.
want to see what happens with this shorty in the retake here. Yep, thank you. Let's stick with Yampy. We have to get close enough. No. Smack down. Vandal deals with him effectively. 2 rifles here on the side of Liquid. Screaming Cryptics. Might be a consideration to try and hold on to these once again, or at least hang around late enough to do some damage. forZe just not giving anything away, and actually Cryptic's going to get punished. I don't think Soulcast can retrieve that. He will actually retrieve that.
Oh?
And we'll find a kill as well. forZe down to
Soulcast can't
3.
be healed up. Yeah, he's 11 HP. So easily taken down and no time left. And no way out for him. Scream might be able to catch them. He has to go quickly, actually, because the spike will almost reach him from where he is. At least the 1 kill found, and there we go. The spike comes in to take him down. A little bit too slow on that elbow push. 9 to 8 we go. No weapons saved over by Team Liquid. This is starting to look pretty bleak for what was an incredible start. It was quite likely that we saw an 8-4 scoreline. And the pistol went their way, so we could have been looking at some point at a 10-4 score. And instead, we're coming up on tied up before they've even reached double digits in the 1s.
Not in the 2s, as is
Not in the 2s.
as is occasionally the case in overtime. Don't even start alluding to curses like that today. I don't want to do it.
Here.
You're not here for a 7-0 attack delays.
That snake bite though is absolutely perfect. This push actually from forZe, Mitch. Sorry to cut you off. That snake bite literally forced Soulcast off the angle to try and close the switch again.
He did get it, though.
Yeah.
He managed to close it just as he was going down. The drop out. Oh, Sagetsu is being heard the whole time. And another coming down. They're trying to take the fights against Soulcast, and he manages to clean up 2 before dropping. There's still 2 players on this A side. That door's opening up now. Hudgen walking out, and he was out of ammo! Oh, he's reloaded in the open. Well, that's a disaster, and Scream cleans up another double to leave Zeddy by himself. And he has got the Viper's Pit online and the spike.
Toxin screen down.
But somehow I think this one's going to be a little bit too much to ask. Hold on. He's managed to avoid the operator a second time. And now the Viper's Pit goes
This
up.
is huge.
I might be eating my words in a second.
Planted.
Look at a clean plant again. Look at this. Cryptics and Link very far away from this. He's got a little bit of utility to play around. outside the ultimate. Looks like he's going to try and post up and catch Liquid off guard, but there's nobody coming through spawn, Mitch. It's double doors and A main.
Pit's gone. He didn't step back in. Pit is completely gone. He's repositioned behind the wall. Zeddy is playing some big brain games, but they've spotted him, and now they're ready to peek together. He needs to reposition, but he wasn't ready. Double digits. Team Liquid finally make it there. It has been a long road in this half. Looks like they've found their footing, at least in that round. Great attempt by Zeddy, though. Like, he was... I don't know how he managed... Most people don't survive one op shot from Yampy, let alone two.
It's, I'd be playing the lottery tonight if I was him. It's unfortunate, though, because I think he plays that perfectly, right? He's trying to get ahead of Liquid being able to set up for this retake, and ultimately they have the numbers advantage. So the fact that Zeddy plays outside of his ultimate to look for that kill and spawn, if he finds that, he can reset back inside, right? He has an opportunity to take a full reset, a clean 1v1 potentially, either inside his ultimate or outside it. But Liquid, unfortunately, like I said, coming through double doors and A main, just completely negate that risk.
Liquid are going to use their own Viper's Pit right at the start. forZe seem to be looking for a faster B play, but that has certainly slowed them down a bit. Sugetsu's, oddly enough, standing inside the pit, so he is lit down very low and has to step out on just his 1 HP. Wait, he still stood there. Goodbye. That's the freest kill of Scream's life. A 1 HP player that hadn't even been shot yet. Oh, no.
It's ready and waiting. Zeddy will fall. Another 2 members. 4 stacked up behind. This,
yeah,
a little sloppy ahead of the flash.
At the start of this round as well, Solka's flashed down A, saw it was completely clear. He pushed through by himself. So they have that massive amount of control to play off of. Artist, he spotted that barrel, tucked down Yampy. There's only 3 opponents left. Certainly not out of their control just yet. Viper's Pit still to contend with on the B site. There's also a camera watching anybody coming up through middle.
30 seconds left.
This is big here. It's a second layer to this support for Cryptics inside the ultimate here. You see Link. He's actually actively clearing elsewhere, so this spy cam not going to spot them. If they can break line of sight or get behind the spy cam, there you go. The perfect timing.
No, he got them on that plant coming in. Viper's still inside her pit, and they know. I presume you're just going to drop that and look to face with teammates once they're nearby. This is going to be a slow retake from Liquid. As they group up. You can see, oh no, they're not even going to drop it.
Fury.
Solkas has his flash. He's going to flash out of this Viper's Pit as they take back sight. But Coffee's hiding. As long as the artist stays alive. Oh, now Coffee has to do it all. He's stuck on the backside, but they don't know where he is. Viper's still inside the pit, clearing it out. Coffee gets the first time on his side, but a good peek by Cryptics will buy them just enough to get that defuse in and put 11 on the board. That could have been a huge round for forZe, and instead they are going to have to fight back from a pretty heavy deficit. A lot to work with here, though. Bunch of ultimates still in their hands, and I think now's about the time they're going to be deploying them.
Again, a similar situation to Zeddy in the 1v2, right? The man advantage in favor of Liquid, and yes, the Hunter's Fury is a consideration, but again, when you expect this retake coming through, with the Viper's Pit invested on main, you have to anticipate some pressure coming back through tunnel, right? Which is why I think Artist goes as deep as he does to try and find that kill on Link. And ultimately, I mean, fair play to Link, sitting that deep for that long. I don't know if that's in anticipation of, you know, forZe playing it very aggressively, but he buys so much time, and it forces Artists. Look at this. Link is just sat here waiting for somebody to do exactly that.
Great attempt by Coffee as well.
One less.
I thought this, initially that looked really disjointed by Liquid. I mean, I was worried when he's isolated Soulcast there, right?
Well, when we last looked towards Cryptics, he was like on the minimap, he was on the right side of the Viper's Pit, so I didn't think he was anywhere nearby for a trade. I thought that would be a full reset in a 1v2 with very little time, but he just about managed to get there. Speedy boy. At this point as well, and I'm always slow to bring it up with CIS teams because a lot of the time the CIS mantle is on players like these spectacular. And I think that...
But they don't smile or blink for the entire game, so
yeah,
you got to kind of concede that they're in the zone.
But I do wonder, they're facing elimination now. It is 11-8. They have to make a comeback on this map, win the next. This is where things get pretty tough, and this is the round they want to commit to. Find something. The Hunter's Fury blindly pop finds nothing, but the push from Solkis receives the same treatment. They're even going to spot the player up close here. Cryptic's now under heavy pressure, blinded up by the Seekers. A great execute by forZe. They overrun B, and now the retake is once again left down to Team Liquid, this time in a 2v4 though.
The Yampy is over the operator. Bladestorm available if he finds one, potentially. Might look to try and turn this back in their favor, but lots of ground to cover. Zeddy going to catch him on the cross there. Link as well. Not long left for this world, and I got to say, I mean, I talked about it in the previous half. forZe's ability to instantly capitalize on either a first blood or territory control in the early round demonstrated perfectly there. What a pace change coming out of the timeout as well. The Hunter's Fury, the Trailblazers crossing here, Mitch, I know, it's absolutely devastating for Soulcast.
Yeah, that could have been a huge play. But the thing that we have to take note of, they used their Hunter's Fury, their Seekers, and their Neural Theft to get that. Every single one of those ultimates had huge impact in pressuring these players and keeping them boxed in. That won't be the case anymore. So coming into this round, you have a much more raw experience from forZe. We need to see them win the game in a manner that they haven't so far.
The thing, you're right, it's one of those 1 in 5 or 6 rounds where you have the opportunity to throw all these securing factors. Soulcast actually going to get forced off initially. Shiketsu actually hops up over the wall to try and find something. They go up again, doesn't find that though. Screen really up close and personal, but lots to deal with here and left out in the open.
Oh, Solkis! Double headshot, Seeker sent out, finding the victims. Coffee up close, Zeddy behind the pyramid. They have all that they need to make this work. As Yampy closes the distance, the dash. Oh, it's disrespectful, leaving Hudgen all alone, but he still gets the first. And all the way, 3 kills as forZe claim double digits. What was that round?
That was absolutely. I mean, I was looking at the weaponry for Liquid there, and the fact that Soulcast gives up that angle, I'm like, yeah, okay, they're just going to smother him. They're going to suffocate him behind sight there, get control of default. It's over. Soulcast landing 2 beautiful shots. And then this. Coffee, I'm pretty sure, would have just dislocated his wrist trying to turn on Yampy there. What a play.
Wow, I really thought when they start to just dive on them like that it's done. They clutch by Hudgen, that mid push. The flash makes them turn. We've seen this from Solkis up against Oxygen. He did the exact same thing. Except they didn't get any kills when he did it. Or at all.
Actually, elsewhere, going to find Zeddy. Getting a little bit aggressive outside of B. Look at this again now. forZe open on that, but wow, Coffee will fall. Artist will trade that out. Just Cryptic's left now. Hold on to B site for Liquid.
Hudgen's positioning in these duels is so good. Artist is taking him down through the wall. Numbers evened. No ultis for either team. Here's the problem. Look at where Hudgen is. He has the spike. How can he possibly get to the site? He needs Artist to find a kill. Maybe just wait for the recon to come online, right? Try to scan them out, but no, it's not revealing anything. And the spawn being clear is not really news. Could easily be a player in connector looking for him, so the camera comes out to spot that. I've seen nothing. He thinks he's clear.
It didn't spot Yampy though.
30 seconds left.
Yeah. They was posted up in window now, but Soulcast, look at that. We'll find Artist. Now, we did a 2v1, 69 HP.
It's a sign.
It is.
Whoa, they're baiting him out for the time. See, the worst part about that for Hudgen is there is literally nowhere that he could plant that they couldn't see. They had to kill one.
Really, really well played. Again, Yampy staying in window as long as he did, going unnoticed as well. But you're right, Soulcast being, I guess, smart about that, right? He could potentially stay in window, hold on to that tunnel angle, but as soon as he comes back towards spawn and holds that from arches at least, you're right, there's literally nothing that he can do. He has no utility. The spy cam rendered useless in that scenario because he's out in the open. You can't even get to a safe corner to capitalize on it. Really, really well played by Liquid.
Yeah, it was absolutely gorgeous. Now, gonna have a stunned up drone. as it comes around the corner. It's going to spot Scream out, who tries to bail. He's being tagged on the way. Sprays not quite connecting for Solkus, but Yampy comes out wide on the right side. They're hunting him down, pursuing him, and eventually
Spike down
dropping him
A.
to the floor. Numbers even. Plant possible. Scream, though, looks to swing and take a free kill. Even more going his way. Nothing but headshots from this man. Hutchins spotted on the fade back. Great flash, and there we go.